Good morning everyone. Today we're going to be working on the WRX again for something new. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be pulling the fuel tank out and cleaning it because it's full of rust. Let me show you. As you can see there, it's so much rust, and like if you just run your finger on the inside, there's like sand that comes off. I don't even have to scratch. It's just what you get when a car sits for too long, because the fuel tank's empty and it fills up with condensation and then it rusts, and then all the rust will block the fuel pump filter, the fuel filter, the injectors and all the lines. And if it doesn't and it gets into the engine, it's like sand and it's not good. So it sucks and it's time consuming, but let's get into it. By my side, I feel like skipping town, you're not down to ride. Cancel all the plans, yeah, you make me cry. Drive my Volvo out from out and Beetlejuice out. Yeah, I hate life, but that's alright. Miss your fingers down my back and Alright, I got about half of the fuel out of the tank before the siphon stopped, so we'll take it. Not all of it, but it just means it's heavier when you're under the car trying to pull the tank out. So, speaking of, that's what I'm going to do. I got all the hoses off that plug and that hose off. Alright, so now I've got the exhaust out. We're going to work on getting the tail shaft out, which is these 4 bolts here, but you have to rotate the whole thing to get to each bolt. Alright, I ran into a bit of an issue with getting this bolt off because this part is bent and you can't get a socket onto the bolt. Alright, I've taken the wheel off, so hopefully we can get enough angle on the pry bar. Alright, well that's not going to work. I can't get that bolt off, so I'm going to take that one off and hope I can just swivel it out the way. Alright, so we made some good progress. So we got that side undone and we got that side undone, and I reckon I'll be able to clear that plate. I can't actually like swivel it like I wanted to, but it should be able to clear. Alright, looking at it now, it looks pretty clear. I think the fuel tank's ready to come out. I think that's the worst of it. It should, in theory, just be 4 bolts now. Alright, I reckon this hose here for the filler neck, and then the breather hose next to it is the last thing. That's all that's holding the tank. I've been wrestling with this fuel tank for so long now, and I think I finally worked out why. I think it's those fuel lines there. I've given up for today. I've spent like the last maybe hour and a half just wrestling the fuel tank, trying to get it out. I'm like 95% sure that it's completely free, but it's just wedged between the body and the subframe, so I don't know if that means I have to drop the subframe or not, but that's not a today job. Alright, it's a new day. We're gonna get the fuel tank out. Whether that means we've got to pull the subframe off, it's coming out. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the jack and I'm gonna jack up the diff so it supports the whole subframe, and then we're going to take those 2 bolts off the subframe and those 2 as well, and we're going to release the sway bar links, which is this part here, and then hopefully we're able to give it enough room that we can slip the tank out. Alright, so I backed all 4 of the bolts off, so there's a lot of room. So now I'm going to drop the jack down, and hopefully that inch or whatever that's going to give me is enough to get the fuel tank out. Alright, we finally got the fuel tank out. It was actually pretty quick this morning. Everything kind of went to plan, which is nice for once. I was correct, it was just the shape hitting on the body and the subframe, and once I dropped the subframe I got it out almost instantly. But it's finally out, yo. Now it's time to open it up, empty the fuel out of it, and then fill it with vinegar. Pretty nasty color that's come out. That was like fresh fuel, and now it's so dark. So obviously the tank's full of shit, so we're not going to be putting that fuel back in. Alright, so I got to go get some vinegar now. I think I probably need maybe about like 15 litres or something, and what we're going to do is put it in and like turn the tank on each side and rotate it leave it for like an hour, and it will kill all the rust inside. Alright, I got 15 bottles of double strength vinegar, and we're gonna just put it all in the tank. But first, we're gonna use a pressure washer, and we're just gonna give it a good clean out, and yeah, and then all the vinegar, and you just let it sit. So let me quickly give it a clean out. Now that I've given it a good clean out, I'm just going to let it sit in the sun for a few minutes because it's pretty hot at the moment, so it will dry out hopefully, and then in maybe like 10 minutes or something I'm going to dump 15 litres of vinegar into it. So yeah, hopefully that cleans all the rust and kills it. I'll show you what the rust looks like now. Alright, that's all for that. I'm just going to let it sit. I put it into the shade of the Rex so it doesn't evaporate really fast, because it's, you know, if it gets hot it's going to evaporate, don't want that. So we're just going to let that sit for a few hours, then in a couple of hours I'm going to come back and I'm going to flip it again. I've propped it up with a bit of wood under this part so it's leaning and does the bottom half, because then I'm going to lean it back the other way and we're going to do all this part. Alright, it's a new day working on getting the fuel tank back in. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off cleaning it, and then we've got some help from Michael, and then we're going to put it all back together and hopefully put the new fuel pump in today and start the car on its own. So it's going to be a big day, but it's going to be good, hopefully. It's currently New Year's Eve, so we've got to get it done before the night time.
I'm sorry that I tried to be myself. I know that I'm sick, I really need some help. I've been trying to get a job, but it didn't work out. I've been feeling like a bitch, you know that I'm fucking down. I'm sorry that I tried to be myself. I know that I'm sick, I really need some help. I've been trying to get a job, but it didn't work out. I've been feeling like a bitch, you know that I'm fucking down. I know that I'm sick, I really need some help. I've been trying to get a job, but it didn't work out. I've been feeling like a bitch, you know that I'm fucking
painted the tank. We're just going to put it back together and get it in the car. Let's go.
Sorry that I know that I'm sick, I really need some help. Trying to get a job. Feeling like a bitch, you know that I'm sorry that I know that I'm sick, I really need some help. Trying to get a job. Feeling like a bitch, you know that.
Alright, time to do the reverse job and just get the fuel tank back in. Woo! But I got help today.
I'm trying to get a job, but it didn't work out. I'm feeling like a bitch, you know that I'm fucking down. I'm sorry that I tried too hard to be myself.
Alright, we got it all in and we got the filler neck hoses on, which was a pain in the ass. So we want to start it without finishing the rest of it.
Yeah, we got TikTok, you know?
You know, we want to start it this year and you know, we don't have much time left for that. So what we're going to do is, this is the fuel filter, so we're going to undo this line and we're going to put it in the bottle and clear all the lines, and hopefully we have fuel actually coming out of this line and it's dirty fuel. Yeah, stop. We got fuel. We got fuel. Woo! We got fuel. There's heaps. Oh, dude, it's so dirty. All right, wait, hold up. Let me put the camera down. Look how dirty.
Oh, gross. That's a quarter of our fuel.
That's a good. All right, we need to go get more fuel, but we've got fuel now.
I'm real nervous.
What's your prediction?
Well, I hope it starts. That's step one. And I hope it doesn't fall off the jacks.
Oh, don't say.
That's step two.
I just hope the fucking tail shaft doesn't go spinning around. Alright. Fire away. Fire in the hole.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yo, we got it! That's so good. It's still got no exhaust, but it's running. And that's all that we wanted.
That's a win.
Yo, I'm just editing the video at the minute and I realized I didn't close the video out, so I just want to say if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Bit of a longer video, but yeah, hope you guys all had a good Christmas, good New Year's, and we got it running. It's so cool. I mean, it's not driving yet. We still need to put it together. We kind of gave up. We got it running in 2024, so 2025 we'll get it driving. But appreciate y'all. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. Peace.